Hey, Scott Lara, president of militaryfairs.com, your one-stop shop for travel. If you're a member of the military, if you're a veteran like I am, or a family member of a military person, go to militaryfairs.com for all your travel needs, airfare, hotels, cruises, you name it. Let's talk about hurricane season. News reports are saying that this year it could be an explosive hurricane season with upwards of 30 named storms. What does that mean for cruising? What does that mean for travel? Well, I am a big fan of traveling during hurricane season. Why? Number one, very modern technology. There are centers that monitor the weather, and then they tell the captains of the cruise ships to go around storms. Now, could it be bumpy? Yes. Could you miss a port? Yes. Last year I was on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. It was December. It was even after hurricane season, and we hit some heavy bumps, and we couldn't pull into one of the ports. I think we were supposed to pull into Key West, and we were not able to pull into Key West because of the winds and the waves and all that kind of stuff. Of course, when you go on a cruise, you're dealing with Mother Nature. You're dealing with the elements, and nothing's going to be perfect ever. But hurricane season, there are several tips I want to give you. Number one, travel insurance. So even if you're flying in, if you're driving in, no matter what, travel insurance gives you that peace of mind. So in case something does go wrong, your bags, if you fall and break your arm, if you're sick, whatever happens, travel insurance, for the most part, you got to read the fine print. It's going to cover you. It should reimburse you for out-of-pocket expenses. So number one, travel insurance. Number two, traveling during hurricane season. Now, the fact of the matter is, I think it's from like June to November is hurricane season. What does that mean? That a lot of kids are out of school. So that means if you're going on MSC, if you're going on Carnival, NCL, Disney, you're going to have a lot of kids on that cruise ship. So just be advised of that. You can't be 55, 60 years old and want to go on a cruise and there not be kids, unless you're going on Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages is the only cruise line that I know of that is adults only, great value, free Wi-Fi, free basic drinks, great entertainment, and no kids. So if you don't want kids, Virgin Voyages year-round is the way to go. But if you're cruising during hurricane season, you got a couple factors. One, those summer months tend to be more expensive. Why? Because the cruise lines can raise prices. They can have it more expensive during those times. Now, I will tell you that I think MSC and other cruise lines do offer free kids. Depends on what age, depends on what ship, depends on what month, depends. But I think some cruise lines do offer free cruises for kids. But of course, you still have to pay the gratuities for those kids. But cruising during hurricane season, I've done it many times. I've sailed in June, July, August, September, and it's fine. If it's bumpy, if it's a little windy, if you miss support, it's better than a day at work, right? So I would rather be on a cruise ship any day of the week than being at work. But cruising during hurricane season now, especially with this news, explosive hurricane, 30 named storms, death and destruction, we all know what the deal is. Now, I live here in Jacksonville, Florida, and a couple of years ago, I received a gift of a generator, a backup generator. You just pour gas in it, and it's going to power your refrigerator and your TV and your radio and a couple things. I've had that generator like for 4 or 5 years, and I haven't had to use it once. Why? Because we've been very fortunate here in Jacksonville not to lose power. And so, first of all, I'm very thankful for that. I'm not upset about that one bit. I do have that generator just in case. But, when you're dealing with the Gulf, when you're dealing with the Caribbean, you're dealing with Puerto Rico, yes, storms are going to come across, and who knows where they're going to go. I know that, Cancun in June, when I go in June to Cancun, it's rainy season, and the prices are less there because of that. However, you're going to go to Cancun, you may have a day or two of rain, or it may just rain like from 3 o'clock for an hour. You never know. But traveling during hurricane season, it's challenging, but again, you want to stay home? Stay home. All I can tell you is I love to travel. I love to travel during hurricane season, but you just have to keep in mind that cruises are going to be more expensive. There are going to be more kids. And even if you go to Cancun or somewhere else, St. Thomas or something. Now, St. Thomas is pretty good, though. I really don't think hurricanes, for the most part, are not going to be hitting Cancun, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Martinique, St. Bart's down there, really deep south. But when you look at history and you look at those storms coming across, and then up, it's either going to come like towards Florida or on the other side of Florida, and then, up to, New Orleans. So if you have any questions about cruising or travel during hurricane season, email me, Scott@militaryfairs.com. Have a great, hey, it's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Appreciate you being with me here this week. Have a good one.